What up, YouTube? It's Danny Nuggets back in with another vid. I want to talk about this Lakers Timberwolves series. And honestly, it kind of flipped the script on what everybody had. It is ending in five, but it might be Timberwolves in five. And I want to say why that is. And it is one of the many reasons why is because I want to talk about Anthony Edwards' growth as a basketball player. I don't really typically rank players because it's so hard to nowadays, and so many dudes are like right next to each other. And based on the season Ants had, like, I would argue he was like a top 10-ish or top 10 to top 10-ish player in the league. And based on what he's doing right now and the postseason resume he's building up, you can argue he's like go moving up into certain conversations. Like, is he better than guys like, is he better than Luca? Honestly, that's the question that's been popping up. Is he within the same range as a Tatum or an SGA? Which, mind you, I feel like that's a little crazy, and I feel like he needs to do a little more, or he has to do some more insane stuff in the playoffs like he's been doing so far. But the questions are being asked, and is like leveled up, bro, because I mentioned it throughout the season when I've been talking about it on TikTok. His improvements as a shooter is still insane to me because he came into this league as more of a slasher and like mid-range shooter. And obviously, I feel like the mid range shot has gone down, but he's leveled up so much as a 3-point shooter that he's up to like damn near Steph levels in terms of efficiency from three. Because he's like, he's shooting 40% on 10 attempts, bro. That's like Steph level efficiency from three, which is insane. He's one of the best pull up shooters in the game. Mind you, he's already one of the best slashers and one of the best athletes in the game. So it's like a perfect combination. Also, he's improved throughout the season as to being a playmaker. Because I remember when the Timberwolves were mid prior to this like January run where they were down and not down and out, but you saw why some people were down on the Julius Randle trade and why they thought it was like a lose trade for like the Timberwolves in the short term because like uh Cat like fit better compared to Julius last year, and like Julius kind of killed the spacing as a result of that. Ant was like seeing crazy coverages, and teams in the regular season were like doubling him. He wasn't sure what to do. He was indecisive, like throwing the pass to Rudy and stuff like that. The offense was clunky. The clutch time offense throughout the majority of the season was pretty clunky. And he even like in post game interviews is like, bro, I'm not a fan of double teams or something of the sort, or teams are double teaming me and that's how they're stopping us. And he was like brutally honest about it. And then like a couple January happens and he said, oh, the reason why I gotten better is because I decided to watch Luca tape, ironically enough. And in this series, he's improved so much as a playmaker because they're sending to the ball on him, and he's making the right reads, man. I remember in previous years, he wasn't really doing that. He wasn't really trusting his teammates, or he was just shooting over the top of these like tough coverages. And is making and is hooping at a very high level right now in the playoffs so far. He's averaging damn near 38 rebounds, 6 assists on 45, 43, 80 something splits. And it is beautiful to see. Mind you, Anthony Edwards is only 23 years old. So the sky's the limit. It's also really scary because he hasn't reached his peak yet. Mind you, like if he keeps improving at this rate, it's crazy. Like I don't know what he can be like as a playmaker. He could still make improvements as like a mid-range shooter. If he gets back into his midi bag and it all comes together with the pull-up three-point shooting and then like the athleticism and finishing at the rim, bro, that is a scary ass player, dude. And it's insane. So shout out to the growth of Anthony Edwards. Also, another point that I want to talk about this Minnesota Timberwolves and Lakers series is that star power is overrated in this day and age, bro. I don't know any other way to like slice it at this point because like having the best player in the series or having the two best players in the series, bro, it really does not matter. It comes down to who has the best eight. And if you have depth in this league, you're doing amazing because star power really doesn't matter that much, man. And sometimes we fall into that trap. And I've realized throughout the regular season as a Nuggets fan that, hey man, the top teams in the league, they have 7 or 8 dudes, maybe even 9 dudes. And I consider them armies. And like when you look at the Lakers, they're like 6, 7 players, the if that. Mind you, JJ Redick only played his small ball lineup the whole second half. So that shows you how much faith he has in his personnel in rotation. Mind you, the Wolves have 8 dudes because they have Dante, Nikhil, Naz Reid off the bench, bro. So key takeaways from this Timberwolves Lakers series is that Ant is ascending. He's moving up in the player ranks, and depth over star power, bro. It's what I've been preaching so far, and that's basically it for me, man. Comment down below your thoughts on this. Do you agree with me? Agree with me? Let me know your thoughts on Ant's progression as a player and my thoughts on depth over superstar players. Let me know your thoughts on this. Subscribe to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. Follow me at Danny Nuggets on TikTok. And as always, have a good one, guys. Peace.